welcome back to the show, Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max. Dayna Madison returns to the show. It's
I'm
been
back.
a little bit over the year because I think the last time that we did the interview, I checked the date earlier today, September 28th. So, I mean, how does it feel
Oh,
to be
perfect
back?
timing.
How does it feel to just grow for another year as an artist? You have the new single Medicine out now.
It feels good. It's like a weird thing being an artist because you can't really like track your growth unless you really go back and look for it, you know. So it still just feels like I'm working hard, just living the dream or trying to chase the dream. But I'm happy. I feel like I'm growing and getting better and just like being more in tune with myself.
Yeah, and Medicine got on the charts 6 times on iTunes. It got featured in some shows. I heard Grownish, Bel-Air. That's big time. So, how did you find out about your song getting placed in these big time shows?
So that the song, the one that was in Bel-Air, it was actually "Feeling Priceless." That one's like more of a slow kind of song, but I found out because of my manager. Actually, he was like, I think I like woke up to a text, and it was like, check Bel-Air, like look on episode 4 or whatever it was, and I was just like, wait, so crazy. I don't know. It was a very surprising moment, because I would have never thought in a million years that my song would be on a on a show. So that it felt really good.
In one way, which one that you feel as though that you've grown personally as an artist since the last time we talked? Because you got the new record out now, you got the placement right there in the shows that we just mentioned. You also have Nippandb collaboration. It's like a deep house collab right there. All night, I think it hit over like 1 million streams. Andre was telling me about. So congratulations on that. So how do you think you've grown since the last time that we've talked? Because when we get into the profession of the entertainment business, we want to make it right away, and it's all about the grind and sticking with it. So how do you think you've grown to know that this is truly your purpose and just grown as an artist since the last time we spoke?
I think I've definitely grown more in tune with myself and who I want to be as an artist. Um, I definitely, I just think that as I keep going, I know who I want to be. Like I know what mold I want to fill. And before it was kind of hard because I didn't know what I was doing at all. I just was kind of thrown into the music industry and like the business. So I just kind of like rolling with the punches and like just keep being authentic to myself. I feel like I'm just gonna grow into the best Dayna Madison I can grow into. So yeah, so learning more about the industry itself and um, yeah, just being more authentically me. I think I've grown in that way for sure.
No, I could tell because the achievements are coming along. And I remember when we last spoke last September, you were working on the album and you said you wanted to represent your authenticity. So how's that coming along? How does that add to what you just explained about how you grew this year?
It's coming along really well. This year's been kind of a challenge actually because I've been working so much, and I mean, if you didn't know, I'm also a dancer,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
right.
how I
We talked about that
yeah.
last time. Did some dancing for Disney. Yeah.
Yeah. I that's how I make my money. So me trying to make the money and also like succeed with my passion and like it's been difficult, but I just feel as if I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, and I'm sure like you've had those days because I've had them myself where you're just like, man, this isn't worth it. I'm tired of this not panning out, and you just kind of
Oh,
settle with what you're getting. So I understand what you're going through.
yeah, for sure. It's a struggle. And that's how it is with any like artistic career, I feel like, whether it be dance or music or whether you're a painter. Um you don't see results right away. And if you do, like that's very rare and good for you, but like it's one of those things where you have to just believe in the process and trust the process. Otherwise you can get really discouraged really quickly and just end up quitting. And that's just not an option over here. So
Yeah, no, it's not. You got to keep going. The tough days are always there, but I think eventually, I always look at it like everything happens for a reason. So everything that you've gone through this far, and there's a reason why you have hit in the charts 6 times with Medicine. You've made these shows, you've danced with Disney. So I think everything has its purpose, and it's just, I don't know. We're in the era now where talentless people make it quicker than the talented, and
I
it's
know.
unfortunate. So I'm hoping that the people that are actually talented win again soon. And that's how it was back in the day. It was talent versus popularity. Now it's flipped. So we're kind of waiting for the tide to turn over again, but it will.
Exactly. And hopefully it'll happen soon because the girls are tired out here.
Yeah. And you're still
Yeah,
out in LA,
tired.
right?
Yeah, I'm still in LA. Yeah, like right in oops. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, I can. We're both
Okay,
having technical. It's all right. Trust me.
man. Um, but yeah, I'm still in La Mirada. I'm born and raised here, but I'm about to move deeper into LA pretty soon now. So I'm excited about the new move and yeah.
Yeah. What's the reason for the move? Is there like more connections to where you're moving, more
Oh
opportunities?
yeah. So the thing is, I've been living in my parents' house for the past forever, and I am making the move. Like I've saved up a lot of money. I've haven't been having to pay rent or really anything. So now I'm taking the big girl steps and I'm moving out. And also, I'm moving deeper into LA because there's more connections. I'll be closer to studios, closer to dance studios, closer to more creative people. Out here, it feels like I'm a little bit on the outskirts, and I really want to be like in it.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I know it's been difficult this year because I think we talked about it last year, if I can remember, about maybe you getting into like the acting and film work, and that completely just shut down earlier this year in April, and it's been shut down ever since. I know that they still have the writer's strike. I think that came to like a resolution recently, but
Yeah,
the actors, it's still, yeah, you don't
yeah,
know when it's going to come back.
yeah. And it's hard because I do want to get into like acting and all of that, but you got to stand in solidarity with the members of SAG and the Writers Guild. So it's been rough out here. Even with like the dance world, it's been hard to get work as well because we're a part of that union. So it's just I stand in solidarity, but also got to make that money.
Yeah, you do. And speaking of acting and everything, because we're in the October season now, you're an R&B soul singer. So when we look at Brandy, she was in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Kelly Rowland, Freddie versus Jason. So if Dayna Madison was in a horror movie, what would it be?
Ooh, honestly, because I'm really goofy, it would definitely be Scary Movie because
Scary movie.
no, for sure. I'm hella goofy, and I don't know. It's just hard for me to be serious sometimes.
Yeah.
It would have to be like a scary movie, like a parody kind of scary movie.
Fire. No, I'd definitely be interested in. Speaking of just you being a goofy person, have you thought about potentially maybe doing stand up or something? Because that's another
Oh,
talent.
oh no, I'm more like
No.
a one-on-one type girl.
Okay. Yeah.
Like yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I think my goofiness just comes from my quick-wittedness. So it's very like conversational based and very much just like I don't know. A stand up would scare the shit out of me. I don't think I could do it. I don't know. Because like, what if I make a joke and no one laughs, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like when you're having a conversation with a person, it's like you know what you're saying is right, and they're just standing there because and they're just silent, and it's like, why are you silent?
Literally, it's just like, give me something, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah, I literally had that the other day. I was talking to someone, and I was talking to him about a sports thing, and he was just literally standing there with a stupid look on his face, and you could tell it wasn't me, it was him, and it made me feel awkward. It's like,
No,
you
I
gonna say
know. That's
anything?
the
Yeah.
way funny.
People are strange, I'll tell you that. But yeah, LA's definitely been going through a lot this year with the strikes and everything. So hopefully the dancing thing, that eventually reworks itself to which you're getting out there even more. So how about traveling this year? Did you get the chance to travel outside of LA at all?
Yeah, actually, I was just in Atlanta for a dance job. I know I said that I wasn't getting much work, but there is some work. But I just was in Atlanta for a dance job. I was in Mexico earlier this year. Where I've been some places this year. I can't think of where, but I've definitely been some places.
Yeah.
I
Any
really, I,
label meetings at all? Because I know you still I pen hits. I think you still got the label with that. So
yeah. No label meetings. I'm trying to figure out as an artist, like, would I want to do this independently or sign to a label? Because the thing about signing to a label is, yeah, you get the money, but sometimes they take away your artistic freedom and the artistic freedom. Like you have to get this, like an album done by this time or 7 albums in 7 years, and it's just like I don't know. There's just some creativity that is lost when signed to a label, especially now because they're just looking for you know what's going to make the most money. And as an artist, it's not supposed to be like that. I feel like you don't make what's going to make the most money. You make what you feel. So you can express yourself into your music. So And doing it independent, you can do that all by yourself, but you also have to come up with all that money. So it's like, pros and cons. Either way, I'd be blessed. Yeah, I'd be blessed either way. So I'm open to all that.
Exactly. I think you're right. The number one deterring factor is if they're gonna challenge your creativity and make you change. Because I've seen a lot of artists that I've known personally where they'll be on the come up releasing stuff on YouTube and SoundCloud, and as soon as they sign the label, their music sounds like everything that's on the radio now, and it's not who they reflect as their individual artistry. And that's the problem. That it's just, and what's sad is that when you have these younger fans coming up now, they think that with the music that's being pushed on today is actually good, and that's what they're
Right.
pushing the narrative. But I don't want to really say names. I think we know who like the mainstream artists are right now. I'll give you one example: Ice Spice. That's as far as I'm gonna go. People think that she's like a legend, but the kids that follow Ice Spice, they think that she's like this all-time generational talent, and it's just like these labels really have them fooled, and it's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, it is sad. And it's like it's so much more about, like, it's not about the music anymore. It feels like the gimmick. And she's like a light skinned girl with like a
Yeah.
fat boob, thick ass. Like it's
Yeah.
it's all it's all about the look nowadays. And it's like, what happened to people that you could literally just listen to them sing if they just stood there doing nothing, or that you could listen to them rap without them doing all the extra shit, there are people like that. They're just not getting the attention in the media as they should be. So like I said, it is a bit discouraging, but um, as a woman who's trying to come up in that industry, I just got to be strategic about what I'm doing and how I'm presenting myself, because I want to be authentic, but I'm also like, it's a game now. I got to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. You have to play the game to change the game. And you have an upcoming show here, I think October 10th. So tell me about this upcoming show.
Yes. So I'm performing at Breaking Sound, and that's basically, that company gives opportunities to artists, independent artists, to perform their music at these cool venues. And I'll be doing it at Madame Siam in Hollywood on October 10th. And I'll be doing like a 30-minute set. So it'll be my longest one. And I'm really excited. I've been practicing and rehearsing, and it's just going to be me, my DJ, and my microphone and my dance moves. So
Oh wow, that's fine. Who's your DJ?
his name is Keon.
Keon.
Yeah, he's close. He's like family.
Yeah.
So get together. And yeah, it's going to be a really, really good time. October 10th, Madam Siam. Don't miss it.
No, don't miss it at all. You already released Medicine. This is the record you've been pushing. What's the next one on the way here? Do you already have in mind what the next release is going to be?
You know what? I have some music, that's stacked up and ready to go. But who knows? The next release could be something that I already have, or it could be unwritten right now.
Uh,
So
Playing it by ear.
I'm playing it by ear. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Oh, so what would you say that you did achieve? Because I know we talked about your long-term career goals last time. What would you say that you did achieve since the last time we spoke, which is September 8th, 2022? So we're here October 2nd, 2023. What's the goal that you definitely achieved within this year so far?
Collaborating with more artists.
Mm,
I really that I feel like that's so important. And a lot of the time when it comes to my personal art, I tend to internalize it and make it so just like isolated, just me. And I feel like when I collaborate with other artists, I get to share that and also be inspired by them and what they do. So I've met a lot of amazing, amazing artists this year, um, and we're just going to continue to collaborate. Another thing that happened this year was I went to an ASCAP event, it was an event, and they played my music on the panel, and they reviewed it basically, and they loved the song, and it was like a really cool opportunity um, to share my music with other people and see how they liked it and like what they would have changed, if anything. And it was really cool. And that was like a very proud moment for me.
no, especially with the positive reception. And I think that's blatantly obvious, just from listening to your music that people shouldn't critique. But then you get in there, you sign the deal with these labels and they're critiquing to, we know what happens in there. But
Yeah.
no, but I think you're moving in the right direction here, and it's just only a matter of time. And you have to go at your own pace because a lot of times we're trying to just keep chasing, keep working, and we wear ourselves down to the point where it's just like, what's the point? Because it's not going as fast as we want it. So we just take a step back and just move at our own pace. And then
Yeah,
everyone else can catch up.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like that. They need to catch up with me, not the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
Period.
Dayna, is there anything else you want to let the audience know? Anything else that you want to speak about before we check out of here?
Um, I think I'm just gonna say what I usually say, and it is make sure to stay authentic to who you really are.
Mm,
There are so many other people in this world. Like, why would you want to be like anyone else? Be the one that stands out. Be you, be authentic, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
exactly. No, I think that's the most positive message that we can get, and it's important. It'll speak to the audience and resonate with them. And let's just keep the game authentic, like you said. And thank you to
Absolutely.
Andre too. Shout out to Andre for getting us reconnected. And I know we'll be back on another interview soon once you're ready to release the album or another single. We'll get you back on here. And good luck with the show that you have upcoming October 10th. So that's going to be big.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Of course, make sure you plug in all your socials, Instagram, Twitter. I think it's X now. Who cares? They still call it Twitter,
Right.
TikTok, all everything that you want to plug in.
Yeah, go ahead and find me at any of those platforms, underscore Day Madison. That's at underscore DayMadison.
There you have it.